Hey guys, this is Dave Bennett. It is October 1st, 2016, and we are getting into a further batch of tools and approaches than we've done before. We're starting to look more into dealing with external backlinks with people, and so that starts with education, as anything does. All right, I'm going to give you a quick whirlwind tour through these tabs. We're just going to go through them real quick. Okay, so here's what it is. I'm using a tool called the Moz Bar, Moz Toolbar. You can get it from moz.com. And I want to cover two numbers with this thing that are really important and a couple of other concepts. One is this, domain authority, okay? On a scale of 1 to 100, and it's a logarithmic scale, okay? Because it's logarithmic, the slope goes up, okay? The higher you climb, the harder it is to climb even higher. You know, sites like Google have a domain authority of 100, okay? So, domain authority of 38, definitely not bad. It's actually pretty strong. It's really, really strong. And most of the thing that's interesting about it is we did it really without even getting our own backlinks. We just put out more content and let other people find us and link to it because it's interesting content. How do we do it? We create a diversity of websites, and by definition, the thing just explodes from there on its own. So here's what's going on that I thought was interesting. Now, by the way, domain authority means the whole domain is carrying that kind of weight. Like mainly, the main page carries a lot of it, okay? And then from there, every individual page on the website will carry more or less. That's page authority. Now, if you're running particular campaigns and you are promoting a particular page on your website very heavily in different places, you go to Warrior Form and you put a link not to the main page of your site, but to a certain page where you just launched something, okay, and you want people to see that, okay, then you're going to get higher page authority to that one page, okay. Then if you go to Facebook and put a link out there, you're going to get higher page authority for that reason, that kind of thing. So you keep adding that up. Now here's what I thought was interesting, and I want to point this out. This is cool. For those of you who waited this long, you're going to get a treat already. First treat. Okay, I went and I was looking. I got 580,000 backlinks basically, and who links the most from us? Us. Our own websites, projects we do for guys, reseller websites, some other websites, and we got links to ourselves. And there you go. So we've got a lot of links. Now, how is our data linked? Well, anchor text, right? Here's what I thought was interesting. I am getting more links for best website builder tool than I am for any of the variations on my website name. Okay. Usually you see things like this, themed HTML. And that, of course, is really the regular link, but Google doesn't do anything with symbols, so that's why they look like spaces, all right? They always look like spaces, but people didn't put them in as spaces. They just put a regular link, okay? Now, here's the point. Most people see this at the top, and if they don't, then they see something like read more, click here, visit the site, okay? And that would be the verbiage that somebody would click on to go there, okay? Mine says best website builder tool, and I was thinking, wait a minute, we haven't even been trying to promote ourselves. So why is that? Like directly with anchor text, I haven't done that. And I haven't used this in years. And I thought, where's this coming from? And I went and I did a little more research on it. So I went to moz.com so I could look it up. So here I am looking at my anchor text, okay? Targets to this page in particular, okay? And here you go. Best website builder tools at the top. Okay, then come the rest of the variations. All right, and when I look, it's showing me some websites, and I recognize them. These are websites we've done. Okay, fine. So I'm seeing our websites promoting us, okay, which has a lot to do with, you know, how you drive your own domain authority up is you just create more content, let it go. Now, having said that, I just said, I got to see this. So this guy went out of his way to add that to his site. He could. And I went and I looked, and no. I started to do a search on the page for best website builder tool, nothing. I thought, well, okay, I got to check the source code then. It's got to be in the source code, like, you know, an image alt tag. So I went to the source code, did the search. Oh, I see it twice. And both times it's used in the same place. How many of you guys have been around long enough to remember that when we put in Stack Hunter visitor tracking, there was a block called no script. And in the no script block, before we started removing them, what were we doing with them? We were actually using them to backlink ourselves with hidden backlinks. So there'd be a simple little GIF image, okay, whatever the GIF image is, that was invisible. Just some transparent 1 pixel by 1 pixel image somewhere on the page is there. Looks like an invisible dot. And we added a link to it. So if you could find that dot and click on it, you probably won't. But if you did, then it would literally click to the web page in question. There it is. Now, because that is a clickable link, then take a look. The title for it works is a title tag, and also the alt code for it works for the image itself. And yes, we make sure they match so we're not confusing Google. We're doubling up on the signal to show Google the signal twice. Really cool. Now, here's the thing. We haven't done this in years. There was a time that I put a lot of these out, got to the top of page 2 for website marketing, and got sandboxed. And since we were pushing so hard on the strategy, teaching people to do it, I said, wait, don't. And so we backed away. Well, here's the thing. This is years later. The sandbox situation's long over. Now I would say use it carefully. Don't go hog wild with it like we did, because that was us learning, right? But literally, I took myself from page 40 to page 2 by creating a bunch of web pages on a website automatically, all of them with this. And I did it on several websites, and that's what happened. Google counted, I don't know, 1 million links to my site from, I don't know, 40 websites, right? Different guys. I asked guys to participate in the test, so they said, fine. They gave me their cPanel details. They said, I'm going to do this and show you whether it works. And we did different strategies with it for a while. Anyway, it's back. So we're going to wind up using this in certain ways. I'll give some training to some guys about this later because it's interesting. How to use it, when to use it, why to use it, so on and so forth. And especially if you're thinking directories, this is big. You can create invisible backlinks on websites where you cycle out the terms, like you can emoji them out, or expanded projects where you go through combinations of the anchor text you want, if it's search keyword tools, to the pages you want on one or more websites. And you can deep backlink everything for the right terms. All right, interesting training, and the kind of thing we do really well, and the kind of thing our software lets us do really well. All right, let me go further. Okay, here's the point. Great, so people are linking to me with best website builder tool. I'd be surprised if I show up for it though, because I don't know. Anyway, I went and I looked. I didn't see myself in the first 4 pages or so for best website builder tool. Of course, there are like a whole lot of searches here, 3.5 million results. Okay. And here's one of the biggest reasons why would not just show up right away. Some of these guys have insanely high domain authority and page authority for the exact page that's showing up. So if this page, okay, with a page authority of 71 is ranking for that term, and let me see, this one's a page authority 62, that one's a page authority 1639. I don't know why this one would be showing up with no page authority, but there you go. It's still got a domain authority of 56. Okay, and saying something about it right up here for the most part. Okay, so whatever, I go through. This is a tough page to beat this keyword on. Having said that, I checked it with double quotes to say, okay, just show me the results that are exact. Okay, 2,410 pages Google could find. A lot of them on Quora.com, then a bunch of others. 2,410. Okay, I'm now on the front page. But when I kept digging, where did I went up? Like page 4, something like that, 3 or 4, somewhere up in there. I had just, am I logged in? I gotta make sure I'm not logged in. 3 or 4, maybe 5. But I actually found myself up here, and several times actually, I saw like 5 of our sites were showing up for this thing. Where was it though? And anyway, having said that, oh, okay. Rank my website, winning website. That's 3 of them. All right, whatever. Let me go to 6. There we go. Even that one's here, that one's here. Okay. That one's here, that one's here, that one's here, that one's here, that one's here. Look at that. That one's here, that one's here, that one's here. They're all ours. Okay. So it just kicks in and keeps going, including my site. I will find my site in here somewhere. And what's the point of all this? Okay. Again, we wrapped these tags out and got ourselves up in like the top 70 or so. Look, I am here on page 8 of 71 results that it's counting right now for this sort of thing. And it's truncating it. I could search for more, but with this tool on, it changes the way it operates. So here's the thing. I'm showing up, okay, for best website builder tool. Granted, page 7, so Dave, what's the big deal? Or page 8, right? I'll tell you what the big deal is. I went to my website and I looked for the term, best website builder tool. Exact phrase, because Google's showing me for the exact phrase. Okay, I just wanted to see, am I doing that? Because if you can show up for this first, then if you keep working at it, you get rid of the quotes in the end and you show up for it without the quotes. You keep earning it, right? More pages about the content, which we can do automatically on some more websites, which isn't hard. I'll show you a way to have 10 websites for 10 bucks plus 100 for, well, 100 for domain names, 50 for a cPanel account, and then you can actually put the websites out basically for free. Okay, so I can show you some really powerful ways to get yourself set up pretty cheaply once you're, well, once you're on the inside of running with us and you understand what kind of tools we have and what you can do. All right, having said that, let me step out. I cannot find this on my website. I looked at my source code. It's not in my source code. So Google is showing me because I was voted for by other people. Okay, I was voted for by other people. And out of 2,410 results for the keyword, okay, I was number, what was that? 81 out of 2,410. And I'm there with no usage whatsoever of that phrase. Well, how do you think I would jump up? I would put the phrase into my page somewhere. I'd stick in a paragraph, make sure it fits, and then bold it. Okay, maybe I'd even hyperlink it and send it to another page of my website where I talk about it a little bit. Even if I'm just saying, we are the best website builder tool that you've seen since 2010, and I just talk about it in a few paragraphs. Next thing you know, boom, there I am ranking for it, right? That's how it works. What helps me rank for words? My domain authority of 38. That's pretty darn decent, okay? Really high compared to a lot of sites, especially if it's logarithmic. Then page authority is also important too. Give me a case where domain authority can be high and page authority can be low. Well, it's simple. Go to Yelp. Huge domain authority, like what, 95 or 88, something like that. And yet, if you put your entry on Yelp, a backlink like a citation, you've got a page authority of 1. Why do you think? Because Yelp has tons and tons and tons and tons of links on it. What are the chances someone will click on yours? Really, really low. How do you improve your page authority on Yelp? Well, you could have other pages linked to your Yelp page with a icon that says click here to visit us on Yelp. And you've got the Yelp icon, and next to it the Facebook icon, next to it the Twitter icon, next to it the whatever other icon, Instagram. That way you've got several icons going to several social accounts on your web pages. That way you can start driving the page authority of those web pages up higher, okay, which is good for you. Okay, what's another thing you can do? Get some reviews on Yelp. Why? Because then people are sorting by reviews and the reviews rank higher. Yelp has a lot of pre-configurations for highest ranking by review. Google likes to look that stuff up too. The higher or the more reviews you have, the higher you show up. The higher you show up, the more prominent you become in Yelp, the more links on Yelp link to you after all. It's not just about you being a page anymore. It's you're included in the top 30 of that category in your city or whatever it is. Okay, so this is how you get your page authority up. All these little things. Can we do this? Yeah, we can run a directory out. We can drive reviews for every one of those sites, and they have SEO canonical links for sorting by rating. Can you believe that? So we could put 311 websites with 20 subdomains each, 6,440 in a directory, and we could put reviews in. We can mass upload reviews for those websites, and if they're the same companies, different locations, we can use the same reviews to relate to those same companies in each of those locations. Okay, because that's the point. The review is based on the company, and then if we have versions of the company, other websites, and they're all the same company, really, just wearing different hats, different subsidiaries, say, all belonging to the same owner, then those reviews apply to them all. You see? That's interesting, isn't it? It can be done. And when you do that, you can force the rank up on a lot of things, okay? The stuff we're playing with right now, we're going to drive that thing way higher. You guys who are on the inside have our tools, you're getting used to them, you're using them, you like our website, you got our software installer tool, our directory listing tool, any of this stuff, and you're playing ball, you're getting a directory. This is huge. I'll show you later. Okay, here's the point. Nowhere in there do I have the verbiage. If I add it, boom, my rank will improve because Google will see a match between the anchor text pointing at the page, and when it comes to the page to assess the page, it sees the verbiage on the page. Okay, that's how you improve your score. Okay, now here you go. This is interesting. How do you tell? So some of you guys have gotten runs from us, emoji runs in the old days, expansion runs for themed HTML. Okay, and you say, and some of you guys have gotten the runs done, and you've gotten clicks, you've gotten hits, you've gotten sales. Others of you have not yet. And what is the difference? Why do some guys hit and other guys not there yet? Okay, and what do they need to do? How do they know what to do next? Well, the guys who are getting or who are hitting right away have less competition. Okay, they just can show up right away, and boom, they can start taking things over a lot faster. Okay, for instance, AMSOIL dealers. Okay, you have to become an AMSOIL dealer to even compete. So you would never create a page unless you were an AMSOIL dealer for AMSOIL. Okay, so there are just so many AMSOIL dealers in each individual location. So if we geo-target that, boom, we win really fast. Okay, here's the thing though. There's one guy, and here's somebody else. Okay. I'll come to the somebody else in a minute. Let me say this. I want to point this out. I did the search for the one guy, AMSOIL, domain authority of 13. I'm going to point out how we got it here pretty soon. But before I do that, take a look. Page authority of 1. Interesting. Why is this page authority 1, even though his domain authority is 13? Well, look again. Domain authority 13, page authority 1. Okay. But then he's got domain authority 13, page authority 27. Guess what that means? This link right here is the one he's promoting the most, right? This must be how you join his group or I don't know what. Okay. But it's the one he's promoting the most. Turns out he's getting promotions out through Facebook. On a Facebook page, he's getting shares, Facebook shares. That's where he's getting his, a chunk of his traffic, not all of it. But here's the thing I want to say. If you went to Yelp and you had your choice, if these were Yelp pages and you had your choice to get your ad here or here or here or here, which one would you choose? That page. See how a single page makes all the difference? Anyone saying, get your link up on a PR9 website. Well, hallelujah. Yelp's a PR9 website. Google's a PR9 website. YouTube's a PR9 website. What's the point? The point isn't the PR9 website. The point is the actual page authority of the very specific page you'll get your link on. Okay? If this guy was going to sell me to get my link on his home page, I would ask him if I can choose his business page instead. Okay? And he might want to charge double, and I might say, okay, anyway. Okay. And then he would go to that page, and in the footer, he would put designed by theme2html.com and link it directly to my website or whatever other anchor text I said. And there you go. That's how that would work. Okay. Google would see all of that juice coming my way, and my score will therefore go up. I will have a higher domain authority and page authority as a direct result. Okay, so just in case you didn't know, yes, that's a chunk of how that works. Okay, and that is one way you can continually grow without even doing much of anything else. Now, where was I? All right, here's another point I want to make. This guy on the front page, okay, and he shows up for a lot of his keywords. Now, down here, I found he wasn't showing up for this one, fully synthetic engine oils. Okay, well, not surprising. Domain authority is 13, page authority 1. But I thought, wouldn't it be nice if he could show up for that? Or was it Benson? Oh, best fully. Same thing. Even though it says domain authority 1 and page authority 1, it's the same domain, of course. And so it's really domain authority 13. Sometimes when you click on these links, they get stuck. But let me go to the web page itself. Okay. This is that web page. Best fully, whatever it is, synthetic motor oils. Okay, fine. So when you're on the web page, how would I get, okay, domain authority of 13, page authority of 1. How would I make the page authority climb higher? Well, what do you think I would do? I would put a direct link to this page with some kind of useful terminology that comes off of this page. Like this. That could very well be the anchor text, or even this. That could be the anchor text. And where would I put that link? Guess where? On the main page of the guy's website. I could stick it here in the top menu because maybe it's one of the most important pages. That would drive his page authority way up. Because once you wind up on or on, okay, whatever's here, right? Hold on. Okay, there you go. Page authority at 27, even higher than domain authority. So he's specifically promoting this thing. He's even got a Google Plus vote on this particular page. And if you put the link here anywhere, okay, to that one page, it will go up. Now, if he puts it in the menu, that page is going to climb in page authority anyway, right? Because it's going to be in the menu, so it's going to be on every page of his site. Same thing about the footer. But we can make a really good argument that links in the footer don't weigh as high as links in the menu, just so you know. So links here have a higher value than links there. And also, links right in the middle of the page get a lot of value too, because it's front and center. Google does associate the quality of the link with, well, quality, the strength of the link with where it is on the page. Okay, that's getting technical to some degree, but just so you know, sidebar is a stronger place to put a link than a footer. Okay, it's just a simple way to understand that. Okay, and the menu, of course, is a really, really strong place to put a link. All right, having said all that, what about this other website? If they're not getting any traffic, well, we can see why, because they have done nothing at all yet in the way of promotion. Okay, now that means all you guys who've gotten runs done or done runs yourself, if you're wondering why some of your websites are not working at all, you may need to connect that to the real world. Okay, the internet, sorry. You may need to connect it more broadly, may need to go and get some links. I'm going to show you how in a minute, but before I do, I'm going to make this point. Okay, this is a big generic trading app, weather trading app. Make money selling your best guess about whether weather is going up or down tomorrow. Okay, lay a bet on the weather tomorrow. It's kind of the idea. Okay, Forex in a way. Thing is, everyone's got their hands in this thing all together. Okay, so if you're just looking up things like weather trading app or any other kind of thing like that, you know, futures market commodity software, I mean, you're going to have a massive competition run on your hands because it's huge, right? So a guy like Amzol is going to rank harder and faster with less effort than somebody who's doing something really generic like that. Amazon Kindle books, same thing now. Everyone's trying to sell it. You know how hard it's going to be to compete against that thing, right? But in order to do it, what do? You go start. You go find links and put your site in there. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute because it's simple. For those, and again, I don't want you wasting your time. I want you to absolutely know every single motion you make is going to benefit you stronger and harder because very specifically, it's going to drive your scores in the air. Okay, so promote the page you want to promote, and that will drive up both your domain authority and your page authority, which allows you to rank higher on Google all over the place. Now, you might think this, just real quick. Well, you know, if I have one website and I go out and put a bunch of backlinks on it, that's going to drive my domain authority and page authority up. What do I need a lot of pages for? I'll tell you. Because right now, I don't rank for best website builder tool. And I don't rank for it because I don't have a single page on my website that talks about it yet. Okay. But if I were to do that, create an expansion run on theme to HTML for a bunch of cool keywords that relate to us, you know what? I'll get a lot of ground covered. Why? Because I have a high domain authority. Can I make it higher? That's what the backlinks are for. That's why I go. So I want to make sure this. Google's going to want to see a bunch of links coming into a large site that also has some that's giving just to other sites too, has links externally to other sites, right? And that's easy. How do many website developers do that? They put a portfolio on their website, list of projects they've done with direct links to those other guys. Even if they're no follows, the links are there. Google sees that, and Google sees inbound links and external links, outbound links. And it goes, this page is low risk for me to rank high because it's got a lot of reason for traffic to come, a lot of places for traffic to choose to go, okay? And there they are with a high domain authority and so on. So it's a big deal. It's a really good way to go. Oh, check this out. This was interesting. I was just curious. What's Google doing with all the link juice from pages like this? See, you do a search on Google. You're going to search for whatever you're going to search for. And I'm thinking, gosh, man, tons of people coming to this page, but anybody searching for this and it's showing us this URL, heck, that's a different URL than if they searched for something else like that. So Google would have to say this page has really, really low page authority, and this page has really, really low page authority too. Well, doesn't that stink? Guess what? Look at the source code of both of those pages. They have the exact same URL canonically. So you know what they are saying? Even though these act like they're different web pages, they're really the same. They're saying take all the link juice you get from this and this and that and that and that, all of these, and make them all just go to the one URL. Isn't that cool? By the way, can you do that on your site? Can you get a bunch of pages to show up? You could be the AMSOIL guy with Georgia AMSOIL, well, whatever state, I guess, Illinois AMSOIL, you know, so you might go city, right? Denver AMSOIL, Chicago AMSOIL, San Diego AMSOIL. You might be that guy. And you could have a canonical link, right? So for every city in the state, your canonical link could represent the state, okay? And so it'd be like /state/ industry term / keyword, for example. And if you do that, then you're driving tons of link juice into a handful of pages. You still need to create all the pages to get all of that link juice captured from individual visitors here and there to pour into those pages. Why does that happen? Because when you create all those pages, Google's going to show all those title tags, but they're going to show the one URL that they direct to. That's how you see searches in Google that have title tags at the top, but when you click and you look at the page, it doesn't necessarily have any of those keywords in the page, okay? One way of making that happen is this canonical link. The page ranks hard with the term that somebody searched for, even though the page is actually the canonical destination page, right? So these are the little secrets that you can use. So you can do that, and you can use hidden anchor text, and you can create a bunch of your own website as add-on domains of your cPanel for different projects. Now, you can do that for different projects and backlink your main one, as long as they're different projects. But then what? Get a second cPanel, top-level domain, bunch of add-on domains, and go parallel to, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5. If that doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry. We'll talk about it later. Point is, this, for those of you that understand that model already, you understood what I was saying. So your top-level domain is your dental domain. Your first add-on domain is your chiropractor domain. Got two cPanels with the same thing. Dentist, chiropractor, dentist, chiropractor. Okay. Have one dental site backlink the other dental site. Have one chiropractor site backlink the other chiropractor site. Okay. That's how Google's seeing a whole different website over here, backlinking a whole different website over there in both cases. Can you go 10 different projects deep on 2 cPanels? Yep. Where you're backlinking that way? Yep. Okay. We'll talk about more later. Here's the point. So we have this website, it's got no authority. If they go out and get some authority, anything, Facebook links, Google Plus, any of that, that helps a lot. How did it work for weather trading app? Okay, so far, nothing going on at all. Okay. Domain authority 1, page authority 1, nothing discovered in the past 60 days, no established links, no root domains, no anything, no Facebook, no Google. Okay, so far, that's why they're not, why they don't have any domain authority or page authority. Is there's nothing pointing at this website anywhere on the internet as far as anyone can tell. Nothing, not yet. Now, what about citations? Citations don't count as backlinks. They're treated differently. They are in a different category. Okay, citations are for what purpose? Justifying your NAP, your business name, address, and phone number. Okay, he with the most NAPs wins. What do they win? Placement in the snap pack at the map pack or snap pack, depends on how you put it. So if you want to be in just one of the top 5 or one of the top 3 results on local listings in the Google Maps, for an area or a radius around your address of up to 620 miles from that one address, a radius. So 1,340 miles diameter surrounding you. Okay, if you want that to happen, what do? You go out and get a bunch of citations. That's important. That way you can put your address in and Google can show you the local listings as soon as you sign up for Google My Business, which by the way is free. Go to google.com/business, okay, and set up an account there and you'll see what I mean. All right. Now, backlinks are backlinks. Okay. Having said that, you can still drive up your domain authority with Facebook shares or with Google Plus shares because this stuff counts. It counts towards your total domain authority and your ability to rank. Okay, check this out too. Guy got a bunch of backlinks. They're kind of spammy. And I thought, wow, low trust score, large number of external links, low number of internal links. We have found 11% of sites with a category 5 spam score were penalized by Google. I was wondering if this was one of those 11%. So I went and I looked. Now, even if you just look for hotspot mailer, matter of fact, I'm just curious. I don't know if this will work or not. Hotspot mailer. Oh yeah, it did. Guess what? That is the website, right? So for those of you who are curious, this apparently is something maybe worth looking into for you to get yourself some extra page authority and domain authority really, really fast. You can promote something, one or more pages. I don't know how it works. I don't know what it costs. I'm just saying. The point is, hotspot mailer was one of the ways to get some domain authority, okay, and therefore page authority on whichever page you're promoting, okay. Then there's also what? Oh, by the way, that's his business dot. So if you're wondering how that business dot got such a high page authority score, oh, well, here's why. It was promoted on Hotspot Mailer. It was also promoted on wondermailer.com. Okay. It was also promoted on whatever else, you know. Oh, with lower spam scores. Did you see that? There were lower spam scores in some of that. All right, here's the point. You know, what did I just do? I went and I looked up somebody else's backlinks to see how I can add their juice to my site too. Did you notice that? That's what I did. I could even look at this guy. They have some basic domain authority. Heck, I have higher domain authority numbers than this website. I have a higher page authority than this website on my main page. Do you remember? This one, a domain authority of 26. Mine's a domain authority of 38. Now, I'm just curious. Hotspot mailer. Let's see what we see. 26 for domain, page authority is 23, spam scores 5 out of 17. They could get penalized, but they aren't right now. So there you go. They got some Facebook shares, some Google Plus shares, and other than that, guess what we're finding out? Where they're getting all their links. So a bunch have higher scores and a bunch have lower scores. You know what I would do? I go get backlinks from all the low score ones I can, wherever they are, okay, with decent domain authority and decent page authority if I can. I'll go promote myself in the exact same pages if I can. I'll click and open every one of these pages and see if I can add my links somehow. Okay, now this one, I won't go here. I'll skip it. I'll skip that. I'll skip that. Okay, I'll stick with the green, right? I'll open this and see if I can put my link there. You know how fast that is? That way you can drive up the number of root domains that link into you and the number of total links maybe that link into you. In our case, we do tons of total links, okay? What about theme to HTML again? What about how spammy we are? Okay, spam score 1 out of 17, low. Only because we have no contact info? Are you kidding me? I'm going to put contact info on that website so that the spam score goes to 0. That's the only thing it sees as a problem. And only 0.9% of sites with one flag were penalized by Google. Okay, we got 16 root domains, 576 total links in a single day. If I sit down, if I spent like 8 hours, I could change this to like 100 root domains, you know, and 10,000. Well, I don't know, 676 total links. If I go create some theme day, if I go create some of our own projects, I'm going to produce a heck of a lot more. Okay, there you go. Now, that was the point I want to make about that. Now, let's say you want to compete. Boom, hard keyword, Chicago plumber. Pretty competitive keyword, right? At least as far as plumbers go. Here's the point I want to make. I can go look at every other plumber up here, mom and pop plumber. I'm not talking about Yelp. I'm not talking about Angie's List. Sure, I'll go promote myself in Yelp and Angie's List. Roto-Rooter won't let me promote there. But you know what? I want to find out where this guy's getting his links. I want to find out where Roto-Rooter's getting their links. And not just that. This guy's got a domain authority of 21. That's Yelp, so I can skip that. That's Angie's List. I can skip that. But this is Roto-Rooter with a domain authority of 56. I want all the good stuff I can get from here, especially whatever's free. Everything green. Plus everything from here that's green. Plus, forget Home Advisor. See, they're promoting themselves as a different business. They're advertisers of businesses. So I don't need their links. What I need are the links of all the mom and pops who are doing well. Yeah, this one. I get, no, that's a magazine. Okay, Rocket Plumbing. Ooh, poor domain authority. I may or may not look just to see. They might have like one really good link in here somewhere. What about this guy? Same thing, Plumbers, whatever the heck it is in Chicago. Journeyman Plumbers Union? That's different. All right, but if I were to just start somewhere and say, okay, let me start at the top, or let me even start with the Roto-Rooter, what would that look like? What am I looking at or for? Okay, I'm just showing you. This is what I'm looking at or for. Rotorooter.com/Chicago. Page authority 41, domain authority 56. Again, it's a logarithmic scale. That's a really, really good run, right? They've got other links from just 12 root domains, 62 total links. Boy, if I could duplicate any of that, I would. If I could go get myself, look at that, page authority of 48 right here. Doesn't matter if there are no follow tags. Google's going to see those things and they count. Okay, you don't have to have follow. Okay, you need some follow, some no follow. You need links on some big sites and some small ones. You need to spread it out, mix it up, and do all that jazz. Okay, that's the way this is done. Okay, what I do, I show all you guys who wish you had more traffic. Your pages are good, they're just not ranking. How to rank. Go look up your keywords. Look at your competitors and pound away. How do you do that? Go to Moz.com. Get their Moz Pro. It's $150 a month. If you don't want to do that, do their trial at least for the first 30 days. They got a 30-day trial. Do that. Catch your websites up. You'll probably make the cash to get a Moz Pro account and continue, right? So that's the way to go. All right, we'll do more training soon, but there you go. For everyone who's thinking, what's the missing link? And by the way, go check out whether your pages are spammy or not. If you've got a large expansion run, check and see if your pages are spammy. They're probably not, okay? The pages we do on our websites aren't. The pages we do for our clients aren't, right? Go look them up. And if anything is, come and say, hey, Dave, spammy pages. Let's take a look and see why. Especially if you did it. Sometimes it's rushed. Sometimes something's missed. Sometimes you should go back and double check. Take down spammy pages, put up good ones. Boom, the scores change really, really fast. Google catches on. We move forward. We can even fetch and render pages to get Google on the right track really fast. It's also like delivering sitemaps or updating the robots.txt tags pages. Okay, my family just showed up. I'm going to kill the recording before the background noise kicks in. Okay, see you later. Thanks a lot for watching.